The evolution of the Michael Myers movie. Michael Myers is one of the most iconic villains in movie history, and I'd argue one of the scariest as well. Michael gave a shot to the slasher genre, which it looked like it kind of needed, with Halloween 1979, directed by John Carpenter. Originally, the title was going to be The Babysitter Murders. The first glimpse we see of Myers is in the year 1963, the night, Halloween. A first-person perspective POV shot takes us around the outside of the Myers household. Audiences at this point must have thought that we're in the perspective of a criminal or a robber entering a home under false pretenses. He enters a window, takes out a kitchen knife and walks through the house to the bottom of the stairs. The other male at the house leaves, and he goes up the stairs, puts on the mask, enters his sister's bedroom, 15-year-old Judith Myers, and she is stabbed to death by a 5-year-old brother, Michael. This is revealed to us at the end of the segment when somebody takes his mask off and it's only a young boy, which is really shocking at that time. After being institutionalised for 15 years, Myers breaks out on the night before Halloween. The great thing about his character is that we only get to see him a little bit. It's mostly psychological, doesn't half build up to its climax. We're terrified of him, and this is mostly down to one of the other reasons, which is he has no motives whatsoever. We don't have a clue why he's doing all this. He is just doing this. This adds more sinister overtones to him. What else does that is when we see him just lurking, just watching Laurie, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, whether that's by the washing line or bumping into her. What heightens our vulnerability are his murders. The trucker, the dog, the girl in the car, guy with glasses, and the woman with the telephone wire around her neck. We get one of the most famous scenes from the franchise with Laurie hiding in the wardrobe, being attacked by Michael Myers, which is absolutely terrifying. She uses a hanger to push him away. He drops the knife, she picks it up. Michael is just lying there on his back. It's so intense. Laurie's resting on the frame of the door, and Michael just pops up in the background. Oh my god. He stands and makes his way to her, grabs her and strangles her, or tries to strangle her. We get to see his face briefly, which I reckon they should have left out, really. I don't think they should have shown his face. Not like that anyway. Michael gets shot by Dr. Loomis a few times, and he falls from the balcony, but he vanishes before Dr. Loomis can look out the window. We hear the very famous Halloween theme by the Bowling Green Philharmonic Orchestra. The mask, a lot of people know, was based on the look of William Shatner, which I always think's weird. Halloween 2, in a continuation of the plot of Halloween, Michael Myers shows off his indestructibility by resuming his murder spree despite being gunned down with 6 bullets in the original movie. Laurie Strode is once more his intended victim, with Dr. Sam Loomis again in hot pursuit. We get flashbacks of Michael Myers as an older boy in the asylum. We find out Michael was adopted and Laurie was his biological sister. There are creepier scenes in the second one. The one I remember is Michael's face just appearing in the dark right behind the lady. Stabbing the nurse and lifting her up right in front of Laurie. I must mention another creepy element with Michael Myers. He just walks, always walks. And this concept I used to be completely scared of when I was young. He didn't need to run. He'd get you anyway. He'd just walk. Oh. Never have a dream about Michael Myers, that's all I'm going to say. Because I've had one. It's not nice. Not nice. Never good. The ending of Halloween 2 is the one a lot of people remember. Michael being shot in the face, he's blinded, he's blood, and he's then set on fire. Still surviving until he finally drops down, supposedly dead. Now, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, was just really confusing for me growing up. When I first saw it, I thought I made a mistake with the discs, and I was like, "Where's Michael Myers? He's not here." So that was the thing. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, 1988. I loved. Just what we needed. I always remember the bedroom scene where Michael is in the closet and under the bed, and just the whole scene in general.
Who's gonna be next?
We got a similar feeling back with the first movie as we get to see glimpses of him, and he's changed a little since the earlier films, with a noticeable difference with the paler mask. I think I've actually watched this one more than the original, which is really weird to say. It's different. It focuses much more on the little girl, Jamie Lloyd, played by Danielle Harris. Seeing the danger from her perspective is pretty harrowing. The rooftop scene, a lot of people remember.
I want you to get down to the chimney, Jamie. I can't! Well, try, damn it!
And those awful kids. Boogeyman, boogeyman, your uncle's the boogeyman. The ending was less dramatic than others seen in the past, but this one was still enjoyable. After being run over, he is shot repeatedly by a group of men. But what was shocking was that Jamie puts on the mask and kills in similar fashion to the very beginning of Halloween 1. Halloween 5, 1989, the one where Michael Myers cries. Michael Myers has longish hair, and there's a connection between Laurie and Michael. Some really gruesome deaths.
Trick or treat!
But the ending, well, Dr. Loomis uses Laurie as bait to catch Michael in like a chained net that falls from the ceiling and grabs him. At around 32 minutes, the bus that the man in black gets off stops outside the exact same store where Jamie and Rachel went to get a Halloween costume in Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, 1988. As part of the opening, an alternate scene was shot but never used. The scene shows a man who finds Michael Myers' body at the beginning and removes his mask, staring at it weirdly. The filming of it can be seen in the documentary Inside Halloween 5, 2000. Halloween 6, 1995, The Curse of Michael Myers. The plot involves Curse of Thorn, a mystical symbol first shown in The Revenge of Michael Myers and revealed in the film to be the source of Michael Myers' immortality. Stars Paul Rudd. Really strange scene in a horror film after he's got such comedy films under his belt. People remember the face-to-face scene towards the end, the standoff. Paul Rudd's character tries to trick Michael by giving him a fake baby.
He's yours.
Doesn't work. But all in all, Paul Rudd, Tommy Doyle, batters Myers with some sort of pipe. After they escape, Dr. Loomis, the badass, stays. Well, at the very end, we see bloodstains on the floor, pan down to Michael Myers' mask and the empty syringe. We hear the screams of Dr. Loomis that a candle inside a pumpkin distinguishes. There's an alternate ending which focuses more on the cult, stopping Michael Myers in his tracks, literally, with a fake Michael Myers lying on the floor. Quite confusing, but some people do prefer that one. And I must mention, rest in peace, the legend Donald Pleasance as well, who died after this film was made. Halloween 7, age 20 years later, 1998. Lots of spine-chillingly good scenes here.
No kidding.
Laurie Strode, now the dean of a Northern California private school with an assumed name, must battle Mike Myers one last time with the life of her own son, which hangs in the balance. The cast: Jamie Lee Curtis, Josh Hartnett, Michelle Williams, and Psycho's Janet Leigh, aka Mother of Jamie, LL Cool J, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Director Steve Miner, known for Friday the 13th Part 2, Lake Placid, and Forever Young. Yeah, not even kidding. Forever Young as well. The best scenes we have are the very famous Michael looking through the window, that circular window. And the bit before that is so terrifying. The build-up is just, oh. I always remember the shoot scene. There's been a few in the franchise, but I just remember this one as clear as day. With the lift. You can just imagine the horror of trying to hide from Michael Myers using a lift. I think about that still today. It does not give me a panic. Scary, scary Mary. To the final confrontation. Laurie Strode taking an axe to Michael's head, which was so badass when you watched it for the first time. Just swings. Now, I must talk about a comment made on YouTube, which I 100% agree with. So, Scarface927 said, "That was not a goddamn paramedic. It was Michael. Resurrection doesn't exist." Now, I definitely agree with him on this one, that one. Speak of the devil, Halloween 8, my least favourite out of the franchise, starring Myers. 2002, just ouch. 3 years after he last terrorised his sister, Michael Myers confronts her again before travelling to Haddonfield to deal with the cast and crew of a reality TV show which is being broadcast from his old home. Yeah. Some scary scenes involving the webcam. I think that was quite innovative. There's a pretty big scene where Michael is hanging upside down after he falls into a trap made by Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode is about to finally see the man behind the mask after all these years. That doesn't go to plan, and Michael kills Laurie Strode. And that shocked me, really did, watching it for the first time. And I think that was one of their first mistakes, was killing off Laurie Strode. Bad move. Don't kill off Jamie Lee Curtis. Not the best way to end the franchise before we get Rob Zombie's remakes. Halloween 2007. Officially Halloween 9, if you're counting. We get to find out the backstory behind Michael Myers. Some people thought it was a good idea, some others thought it was a bad idea. Because it was Rob Zombie, I was obviously going to watch it and enjoy it because I'm biased like that, as you can tell. I see it as not being a part of Carpenter's Halloween series, but its own franchise, you know? If you get me, anyway. We get to see Myers' life through the asylum, his murders. There's a particular murder scene in the asylum which I always remember with the pen. His different masks, to him breaking free on his killing spree and killing someone in the toilet. Second half, people have argued, is almost a shot for shot of the original, but it's very different in its beginning, and this difference takes us to Halloween 2, which had beautiful, beautiful shots in it. Laurie Strode struggles to come to terms with her brother Michael's deadly return to Haddonfield, Illinois. Meanwhile, Michael prepares for another reunion with his sister. The cast, we have Sherry Moon Zombie, Tyler Mane, Danielle Harris, Malcolm McDowell, Brad Dourif and William Forsythe. Tyler Mane is the tallest actor to portray Michael Myers at a height of 6'9", and Myers' second appearance in Part 2, 2009. His mask is somewhat torn, which I love. Different appearances entirely when we're talking about the costume, his clothes. Well, the ending, Dr. Loomis is killed by Myers. Laurie seems to be controlled by some other power, but eventually kills Michael. The ultimate ending, where Laurie is in the insane asylum and smiles at the camera, has caused a big debate with what it all means and what it means for the franchise. 2009, Michael Myers had a goofy cameo in Rob Zombie's other film, Haunted World of El Super Beasto, in 2009. He's also been in comic books, animations like Robot Chicken, which keeps his legacy alive. This part is going to really confuse you. Halloween, The Night Evil Died, 2017. Now, I don't know if this is real or fake. I am truly, truly lost on this one. Directed by Cole V. Bladen and Jeffrey J. Moore, starring Emily Linnell. The budget is $75,000 estimated. Yeah, Halloween, The Night Evil Died. I'm so lost with it. It's a warm summer, and Emma Tate was taking some of her friends over to Haddonfield to see her great-grandmother, Pamela Strode, but they soon find themselves in Emma's great-uncle, Michael Myers' path of destruction. And Michael came back to put the Myers and Strode family names to rest, finally ending the bloodline after many years of defeat and rage. It seems low budget. If you love movies, be sure to check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/Richard Al's Radio Show. It'll keep you updated with my new videos and movie specials for radio. And again, thank you so much for watching, and hope you can join me there.